All right, guys. So let's talk first about the about biking. Okay. So if you look, so bikes, when was the bicycle as we know it, invented, guys? Does anybody know?
Maybe around like the 1920s.
No, much, 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 much earlier. Okay, the bicycle as we know it was invented in the early 1800s, right? Around 1820, like that. Okay. Um, so already from the 1800s, rabbis were dealing with this. Bikes looked a lot different back then. Okay, they looked like glorified unicycles, or they looked like very large, like almost like monster trucks with like these big wheels and like a little tiny seat. These mountain bikes that we've had. Um, so what did that lead to? So there were a couple of different reasons why rabbis wanted to be osed a bike. Okay, so for our purposes now, again, my internet's a little slow. Can you guys hear me or I cut out?
Good.
Good. Good. So I'm gonna just write in the chat, right? So question, right? What is the problem?
Well, the only time I need it is like those like 8 Shabbats in the deal, because like everyone's far. If someone invites, I have to like scooter or like walk, and none of that's efficient.
I understand. You may have to be less efficient. It's walking instead of driving is not efficient either.
Right. When it takes you 30 minutes to get there, you gotta leave 30 minutes early for shul, and then 30 minutes just to get to your house to change. You're not even saying.
I understand. That's what we call life is a hassle, right? So let's see. So can you guys see what I wrote in the chat? Okay. So what's the problem with riding a bike on Shabbat? So let's go with a couple of the reasonings that the Ben Ish Chai brought down, and many other rabbis, brought down. So the Ben Ish Chai lived in the 1800s, and he saw a bicycle, and he wanted to. People were asking him, to comment on it. So the Ben Ish Chai had a couple of answers, right? So number one is many people felt like that it was a problem of carrying on Shabbat. Okay.
What if you follow the move? Then does it make a difference?
One second. Let me explain it. The number one, carrying on Shabbat. Now, why would it be carrying? We know that anything that's propelled by your own, inertia is considered as being on your body. So when I'm sitting on a bike, it's as if it's on my body. So the carrying on Shabbat argument fell away pretty soon, right? Pretty specifically. So let's look at the answers to number one, right? You could say, right? So number one, many authorities, right? We're going to say many authorities held it was not problem of carrying. And secondly, right, as who said it, Albert or Ikey, I don't know. I can't really see you guys so well.
Yeah, no, wait, the screen's like fuzzy.
Right, your screen's fuzzy. Who's wiping the screen?
Me. That was my shirt.
All right, you were wiping it. Okay, good. You got it? Yeah, much better. There you go. Okay. I wasn't sure who said it, Ikey or Albert, right? But one of you guys said.
I did.
There's an eruv.
Oh, that was me. That's Albert.
Yes, as I said, I wasn't sure who said it. You guys are powing down, eating food, right? Two guys in a screen. I don't know who's.
Grandma's food is really good. Freddy's on like his third pizza.
Yeah, Grandma Pearl is top.
All right, guys. I stopped eating my steak after this class, and you can't wait 5 minutes to go eat pizza.
I'll tell her you said that. Not you, Lawrence, Rabbi.
All right, great. Yeah, thank you. So the answer is to number one. Many authorities held it was not a problem of carrying. Also, there's an eruv. So carrying does not seem to be the problem. Okay. Two is the famous one, right? Maybe the bike will break down.
And then you have to fix it.
Right, and you will need to fix it.
This is the main one I've heard of it breaking.
Or just say if it breaks, I'll leave it. So if there's no eruv, could you ride? It's like riding's not like carrying.
There's no way. According to problem number two, even an eruv wouldn't help you.
You know, I'll just tell myself I don't know how to fix a bike. So either I'm just gonna drag it or leave it.
Yeah, but wait, what counts as a bike breaking?
Let's say the chain falling off, the tire popping, it becoming unrideable.
But the chain falling off is not like I'm not working to fix it. I just take the chain and I put it back on the.
Yeah, but
the thing.
it goes from something that's non-working to working on Shabbat, and that's a problem of mitaken mana. Right, mitaken mana is a sin from the Torah.
Right, so that's why scootering is okay.
Mitaken mana means fixing an item.
But Rabbi, why don't I just not fix the bike? Then you're gonna leave your bike there. I'll tell myself if it breaks, I'll leave.
You will. We don't think you'll leave the bike there. We think you'll save the
You
bike.
can just roll it with you.
Come on, Albert. What are you talking about? You're gonna just leave your bike there and be like, oh well, sorry.
Well, if there's an eruv, I'll just drag it back home.
Exactly.
I'll just roll it back and walk
You
beside
can't
it.
touch it because it's mukseh. Also, a broken item is now mukseh, which is not necessarily true. Shivre kelim could be allowed, but okay.
Maybe like, oh, wait until Shabbat's over. Like, in guard the bike.
Yeah, no one's gonna do that, guys. You're just gonna put the chain back on. Stop being
Yeah,
deceived.
you're not gonna leave it there. I'll buy a new bike.
No one's doing that. They're gonna call even a guy like, yo, bro, can you fix my bike, please? I need to get home.
Sure, I'll do that. Why not?
Okay, because it's a problem. It's a deoraita. You're not even allowed to tell a non-Jew to do that.
All right, so we won't do that.
So this is one of the problems that you're beat on. Now, by the way, Chacham Vadim knocks this out also. Right? He says it's not logical.
That's what I said. Just
We
bikes
don't
don't usually
see
break.
the allowance for
It's
making
not logical.
up new gezerot from ourselves. Meaning you can't just say, I'm making a gezerah. What's a gezerah, guys?
A law. Decree.
A decree. Very good. So you can't just make a new decree because you want to make a new decree. Yeah, you can say, oh, this item, I hold that this item is a problem of carrying. I hold that this item is a problem of maybe fixing it on Shabbat. But to go so far as to say, right, those are things that exist already, right? Carrying on Shabbat exists. To say maybe you might come to fix it, and I don't see that in the Talmud, and I don't see that in the Gemara, you're going to lose that battle. Okay?
Why can't they just make a fence? Like they always make fences.
We can't make our own fences now. Once the Talmud was closed, we can't make our own fence. What are the exceptions, Freddie?
Vadim in the community.
No, right, good. So that's a good example. So how is that allowed?
Well, I don't know. I heard that. Like this is what I know. That our community specifically is like not like very like they don't like Vadim because we have to like monitor if they're fully converted and stuff like that. Because if they're not, it can cause problems.
Okay, also all true, but other communities have that problem also. I'm looking for the legal precept that allowed us to do that. Right, you were right. That's very well said. That was our decision, but even though we felt that way, what gave us the right to make our own thing? Oh, here's Leon. First, Leon.
Sorry, I'm late, Rabbi.
Leon, could I ask you something? Why did Ikey have you stored as Fatiha potato, and the other had you stored as Leonardo? Do you want to talk about that?
I had.
That's nothing. Freddie, Rabbi, I have Freddie's Jerry waffles.
Yeah, I shared your contact with Rabbi.
You guys had your chance. One second. You guys had your chance to speak. I would like to hear Leon. Leon.
I don't know why he has me as Potato. Leonardo, just like a longer version of my name. And yeah, I think we should.
There would have to be like Leonardo. Yeah. Right. Leon, you should have spelled it Leonardo. Like highlight the end in the middle.
But I think the main question is why Freddie's name is Jerry Waffles,
I don't know. Would he like to share? Freddie, would you like to share?
We don't talk about this.
We don't.
And just so you know,
apparently everyone looks like they want to talk about this.
Rabbi, I need that.
First of all, I go by waffles, and second of all, we don't talk about why the name came into existence.
Leon told me to put his contact as Leon Fatia Potato, and he has me as Albert Saff Muffin.
You guys
We'll just move on. We'll move on.
Kind of a weird.
What do they think of me, by the way, Rabbi? They just don't like me. I give Freddie Jerry waffles. There's be nothing back.
Yeah. Okay.
Waffles be quiet.
So why didn't? How are we allowed to make?
Rabbi, I actually know why Leon's potato.
Oh, here we go.
Long story.
Jack Azar speaks. What do we
So, not that I know, but 7th grade we had electives. So I remember Leon took public speaking because he was in my class, and Leon spoke about a potato for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, with Rabbi Miz.
Good time. Ahem, laws of Shabbat, hem. Get back to that.
Freddie's bringing us back.
Let's go back to learning, boys. Go back to studying.
Right, what's the third reason?
No, wait. So let me go back. So wait, no, but Freddie didn't answer
What's
my
the reason
question.
that they're allowed to do it? We're not being fences now in the community for like certain things.
So the side point is something called hora'at sha'ah. You can't make a gezerah that will last forever, but hora'at sha'ah means for the temporary time being, the rabbis have the power to make fences around the community, right? That's what you said, Freddie. Fences around the community to help save Torah in that community. So, for example, they saw that, our community saw that what was happening, people were intermarrying at an extremely fast rate. And they attributed it to what was happening. They would see like some, hot Italian chick, and they would say, all right, I want to take this G for my wife. And then, don't worry about it. She'll convert. And then next thing you know, they have a Hanukkah bush in their,
Hanukkah bush.
Right? And that's a real thing. So, and what was happening? They don't want to send their kids to yeshiva because it's all a scam. So what happened was that they said, look, with Syrians, you got to be much more strict. Let them go party and do whatever they want with girls. And again, you're not allowed to do that either. I don't think we should worry about anybody here.
I'm good.
You guys are good boys. But the guys that are going clubbing and schnabbing any G that they want in the city, right now, at least what we could say? We can say that, look, they know the line. They can go party in the city. But they sure as hell know that when they come back to marry somebody, she's got to be Jewish.
Are you warning us?
Warning you, yes, absolutely. I'm warning you.
I feel like you're rebuking us for something we didn't even do yet.
I'm not. I'm just putting it in because you're going to be tempted. You're right. You're going to be tempted. It's going to be a very big yetzer hara. You guys are handsome men.
Especially
you're going to have a car. You're going to have the ability to go to go where you want. You're going to want to experiment, even if you guys are great guys, or at least you'll be tempted to do so. And you should know that that's inappropriate behavior. Now, even of the people who are doing the inappropriate behavior, the takanat brings them back because they know that you can't mess around with it. They know that the community takes it seriously. So with those things, we see that's cool. So what is that called? Oh, Rabbi, you can't just make that up. And even the Gerim one, it seems like it's against the Torah. It says 36 times in the Torah to treat their convert in a nice way. We're not doing that. Definitely not. We're definitely not treating the convert nicely.
We're not treating them nicely because there is no converts because we just kicked them out before they could even convert. So
No, because that's not true. We're saying if you're a convert, we'll be like, get the hell out of here.
We are not nice people.
It's not nice to do it, but we're doing it for a reason to preserve the community. It's very rare, even though I have 3 first cousins in my family who did it, but it's very rare to find people who marry goyim.
Yeah, I see. And making like a temporary fence.
Wait, one
making
second.
A temporary.
One second. One person at a time. Let's go. Freddie, then Lawrence, then Ikey.
So is that because like making a temporary fence for not riding a bike doesn't jeopardize the community? It just makes sure that we don't sin. So it's not like something that's gonna be like detrimental to us, like learning Torah or something.
No, but the opposite, meaning they're trying to say not making the fence would have been a problem. If we left it alone and let people just come in and convert whoever they wanted, we would have had a problem on our hands.
Yeah, that's why with bikes we wouldn't have a problem, so they can't do that here.
No, forget bikes. One second. Bikes is a different level, okay?
Bikes is like 1 day a week.
We're not done with the bikes. The bikes, so now the bike, Hamadia knocks that out too. The third, so we're back to bikes now? Oh no, let's see. Lawrence, you had a thing on the converts?
I'm good, Rabbi. I think I was Saf.
What?
I think I was Saf.
Yeah. You got one?
I was to say, your cousin married not Jewish people or going that converted?
Non-Jewish people. She married a black Baha'i Hindu. How does that grab you, Ike? How does that grab you? Okay? The guy's name might have well been LeBron, all right?
Well, he's your cousin now, Rabbi.
He's not my cousin. We don't speak to her anymore. That's it.
Oh.
That's it. She said to us. What do you want?
His name is
I
LeBron.
think a very good note to go back to bikes.
At least let him have a cool name. Like, let him at least be LeBron, you know?
Right.
David Robbins. Oh my gosh! Don't get me upset. Okay. And then the other one married this G named Crystal, and lives in Colorado. And that's my male cousin, meaning the kid is not Jewish. The kid is not Jewish.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
Crystal. What a weird name.
He's a non-Jewish kid. All right, so go figure. So again, if you guys had any of those stores, and I'd look at we're sitting here with 6 other people, and no one has that. So it shows you if you were with Ashkenazim, half of them have half their family assimilated. So the takana works, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So but we do it with a heavy heart. You know, we say, look, we're protecting ourselves. That's what we're doing. Now, people hate us for that. Rightfully so. But I think we think that it's the right move. I think as a community leader, I think it's the right move. Ready? Watch. The next reason for the break. 1 second. Okay. Okay, the next one is something called Uvadin Dehol. Uvadin Dehol means something that you would do only on a weekday. So anything that you do during the week, you're not supposed to do during Shabbat. The heck does that mean? I brush my teeth every day, so am I not allowed to brush my teeth on Shabbat? Some rabbis say yes. Some rabbis say no brushing teeth on Shabbat.
Isn't
yeah, Ikey, what do you want?
Shabbat's like a relaxing day. So I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna like not brush my teeth. I'm not gonna brush my hair. I'm like not even gonna like do anything. And I want to get comfortable. Like.
Seth, your hair is on fleek, man. Don't worry. Boys really shouldn't have to worry about the hair. You can put water in your hair on Shabbat, but that's it. No gel. Okay.
No, I mean no.
Alfred, you look good too, Albert. Don't worry, you look good too. It looks like Ikey takes a little more time on his hair though.
No, he showers.
Rabbi, I don't brush my hair so I can brush it on Shabbat.
What, Lawrence?
I don't brush my hair so I can brush it on Shabbat, you know?
During the week, exactly.
Yeah, I was great in shul, I'll tell you.
So you saved it. You saved it for Shabbat. Good one, Lawrence. Nice and spicy. I like it.
Well, it's technically.
Thank you,
No, so what does Ubadin Dehol mean, right? What do you mean? I put on pants on the weekday too, so I can't put on pants on Shabbat.
I love Saturdays now.
Is it something you have to do on a weekday, or something like you want to do on a weekday? Like if I want to do this thing every day, then I do.
Clarify it. Something that says that when you look at this person doing that thing, you know it's a
weekday.
Okay.
If he's working, if he's exercising, if he's on the phone, he's in the car.
Okay, well, on the phone is a flat out isur, meaning in the car also flat out isur.
Right, so
there are certain things that are not forbidden, meaning the guy gets on the bike. So some rabbis wanted to say, no, there's no sin from the Torah at all. What's the sin? It's a rabbinic sin of uvadin dehol. It looks like you're treating it like a weekday.
What if you're playing golf on the country club? What about that?
1 second, hold on.
I would do that on a weekday.
But really, I don't ride a bike on the weekdays. Like that, not really. Like
yeah, for bikes it's like the opposite. Like, because you only need it. Like some people only need it on.
Yeah, they just drive every day.
Yeah, you drive, and then 10 months of the year we're in Brooklyn. No one rides a bike there. I don't drive ever, so then I put a
line. If you want to ride, there's only one place to go. There's nowhere to ride. I mean,
I put a line. Like I don't wear pants on the weekday. I could wear pants on Shabbat.
See, you see how you guys have gone over to the bad place with uvadin dehol. Now uvadin dehol is one of the most complicated laws to decide. Like I'll give you an example. Let's go back to toothbrushing on Shabbat.
Toothbrushing.
Right, teeth brushing. I think it's
your teeth.
I know what I want to say. You say
Okay.
teeth brushing on Shabbat. So many rabbis say that you're not allowed to brush your teeth on Shabbat. If you go into Eichler's and Mekoras Farim, they have a special Shabbos toothbrush. Okay? Now, why do they have a Shabbos toothbrush? They have the Shabbos toothbrush because they say if a person bleeds while they brush their teeth, and even Chacham Ovadia Yosef says this, if you bleed has to be every single time. Every time you brush your teeth, you're not allowed to brush your teeth on Shabbat. So if you have sense, right? Why? Because there's a sin of letting out blood on Shabbat, right? You're not allowed. Are you allowed to pop pimples on Shabbat? So you're not allowed to pop your pimples on Shabbat. What you can do is you can actually. What I said. Let me rephrase. When pop your pimples means you can't squeeze, so that you know how you guys like to squeeze it where like it launches on the mirror.
No.
Yeah, admit that
Yes.
admit that.
The only one here is acting. You know, they're gonna act two guys. How you doing? I think it's me.
Thank you, Lawrence. You like launching it onto the mirror. It's nice. It's
But I have to act me. It's what happens.
right. So you're not allowed to do that on Shabbat, but you're allowed to give it a little pop to release the pressure. You could let it ooze out by itself. Okay. You can make a little hole, like let's say with a needle or something in the zit, to let the pus ooze out by itself. You can't do a follow-up squeeze, but you can release the pressure.
But obviously, if I fall and I scrape myself and I'm bleeding, I'm not getting a sin for that. Unintentional.
No, obviously that's unintentional, Ivy. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, I gave it art.
Right. So Freddie looks like he has a couple of problems with this. Freddie, what do you got? His body language is like, ugh, ah.
I don't know. Why should popping pimples be? Well, what if you're doing it? What if you're doing it for like, oh, I want to look good for Shabbat, so I need to get rid of all my pimples. Like,
what does that mean? Look good for Shabbat?
Like on Shabbat, I want to be nice.
Freddie, male makeup, just cover it up.
I want to take a hot shower on Shabbat also, Freddie. Can I do that?
No, but like it's Saturday morning, getting ready for school, right? And I go look in the mirror, I have like a huge pimple on my face. What am I supposed to do?
Let it out and let it ooze out.
Okay, whatever.
Let the whole thing out. Okay, so you'll go, Hashem will still love you. Hashem will make you find the right girl, Freddie, all right? Don't worry. Look how upset he is about this pimple thing.
Okay.
Seal it, Freddie. Use makeup. Just cover it up.
Freddie, it's not because, but Freddie, there's an actual melacha that you're not allowed to let blood. You're not allowed to release blood on Shabbat. It's in the Mishnah.
And if you pop it, blood comes out.
I understand. So I don't know why he's so upset about this one. This is
okay.
not.
I don't. But what does blood have to do with anything? It's just like one of those things that we don't ask questions.
Great question. In the Mishkan, they used to get the skins for the curtains from animals. So slaughtering an animal, killing an animal on Shabbat is forbidden, right? I'm starving on Shabbat, but I need to do shechita on a chicken. Can I?
No.
No, right? You cannot kill a chicken. You can't kill any animals on Shabbat because in the Mishkan, they used to kill animals to use them for curtains and korbanot. So, no, and actually, korbanot, it was mutar, so forget that. But they used to use skins of the animal for the curtains in the Mishkan.
Who says they necessarily killed the animal like the same day they were working on the Mishkan? They could have killed it.
No, you're right. But anything that was in the process of creating the Mishkan, which you had to kill the animals, right, for the hides. So you're not allowed to do that. Now, killing of certain animals are deoraita. Killing of all animals is deoraita because you're not allowed to take netilat neshama on Shabbat. A tolada of that, which you'll learn next year, an outgrowth of that is bruising somebody or letting blood, right? So I can't intentionally punch someone. Saf, you were mentioning falling. I can't intentionally punch someone to hurt him, and if he starts to bleed, I violated deoraita. If I punched somebody and made him bleed on Shabbat, I would violate a Torah law. And if that person was, God forbid, your father, if anybody ever punched their parents and they bled, they would be hayav karet. Okay.
Okay. Isn't that also another reason not to ride a bike and fall off and scrape yourself?
No, because falling, that's all unintentional though, Freddie. That's
you couldn't walk and scrape yourself. What are you talking about?
Anything that's unintentional on Shabbat, you'll never get punished for.
That's the same thing as my bike breaking. I didn't intend for the bike to break. It's just the way it is.
Then you intend to fix it.
You're right. So, Freddie, that's why Chacham Yosef agrees with what you were saying, and he knocks that out.
No,
why? Because he says that it's not under my control if the bike
it's not logical, and we don't see allowance for making up new gezerot. That's how he attacked that. See?
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, Lawrence, what are you drinking, bro?
What?
Ice all day.
Hey,
I said what?
if you didn't know, Lawrence is allergic to water.
That thing has aspartame. It says that thing says warning contains phenylketonurics and contains phenylalanine.
Nice.
Well,
Yes.
This is what scholars have.
Okay, don't drink that.
That's the book.
Rabbi, if you didn't know, Lawrence is allergic to water.
That's the
If
book
you
that
put water next to him, he
Oh,
like,
what's the bottle? No, let's do it out. Oh, my
You run
doctor told
away.
me because I passed out. He said I had to drink a full bottle of water. I drank a full bottle today. It's crazy.
congratulations.
Just do it out. No, I literally had it like in my drawer.
Who threw it out? Who threw it out? What, you heard what I said?
No, I didn't either. Sorry.
What? Who threw it out?
I think that's I don't know what it is.
Just
My
now?
name was probably Crystal.
You
No,
just
a while ago I left. So I'll do the butcher with my mom, and she cleaned my room, and I came back, I forgot about it, and I just realized the water's gone.
got it. Okay, let's finish this up because we only have 9 minutes left. Okay. The point is that now when it comes to uvadim dechol, things you only do on a weekday. So many rabbis want to say a bike is something you ride on the weekday. It's not on Shabbat. So many rabbis, Chacham Yosef fought that also and said, what about for a mitzvah? Like you guys say, what about for a mitzvah? Or if people live far away. Meaning a person who lives far away, he's always riding a bike, even on Shabbat, right? So there wouldn't be a problem, right? So Chacham Ovadia doesn't like this either. And what does he say? It doesn't like this either. And says, no problem of ubadin dehol. So does Hawadiah say? Hawadiah says it seems like he should have said mutad. Hawadiah says still not allowed, only because, and you're not going to like this, right? Only because the rabbis of the past said it wasn't allowed, and we already have the custom not to ride. Okay, so Holiday says basically keep the custom. The rabbis of the past didn't let it on Shabbat, so you should not let it either. We already see how in our community people are riding their bikes anyway. Every shul has a bike rack, every shul, and the rabbis don't care because they know all of these halachot. They know it's very weak how to be oseh. But once Holiday Yosef says that something isn't allowed and that we should hold by the custom, no rabbi will tell you, yeah, guys, a bike is allowed. We'll just look the other way, you know what I'm saying? And we'll maybe, if we see you on the bike, no one's going to say, hey, get the hell off the bike, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Everyone really does.
But he has no practical premise for this. He's just saying it because rabbis before said
keeping
it.
the custom, but that's why rollerblades and scooters and all those things are much easier because Hawadiah didn't speak about them, and they're later inventions. So all of those, so some rabbis are just strict and they say anything with wheels, not allowed. Bike, skateboard, rollerblades, all of it. Me, I let my kids ride a scooter on Shabbat because nobody says it's asur, and no one's going to start saying it now either. You know what I'm saying? Because the bike was invented in a time, even still, we should say that some people allow the bike. If a person allows the bike, he has on what to rely on. However, if you're asking me, Rabbi Tawil, I'm following Holiday Yosef to tell everybody that bikes are forbidden.
So like you said, bikes that were back then are very different to bikes that like around now. Like they probably don't break as often. They're probably more durable. So maybe if rabbis who could see our bikes, they have different opinions.
Correct. My shoulders are not big enough to be able to allow bikes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I think it's a good argument. I think that's something positive that you're saying, but I'm not so sure.
Yeah, because the halakha, no matter what the reason is, you can't change it because of different circumstances.
Lawrence,
yeah, but that's the circumstances are the thing that like make the law like.
Take into account that when the rabbis made their judgment, before it was a different bike, and now it's a different bike.
But that's not halakha. Once you make a halakha, that's a halakha. You can't change it just because there's just something different things happen.
So you're both right, and and because of how you're both saying is why people fight with rabbis. Oh, you're a black hat. Oh, you're a white hat. Right? That's where these fights come from. Because one rabbi is going to say, look, times changed. The bike is not going to break. There's an eruv already. There's no real isur. I'll let you ride the bike. I know that there are rabbis that are like that. Me, I'm sticking with Chavadei Yosef, and I keep telling people that it's not allowed. My rabbis didn't allow it, so I don't want to go against my rabbis. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, now some people say, by the way, that that's what's wrong with halacha nowadays. Let Rabbi Tawil think for himself, right? Why does he have to do what his other rabbi said? But there's a rabbinic chain of command, and a lot of times you gotta. Sometimes even if you don't like it, you have to follow what your rabbi.
Yeah. There's a chain, Tanaim or greater than Ra'im. You can't dispute what Tanah says. And then
No, but that's not. But this has nothing to do with Ra'im. This is just the basic of what the rabbi. I'll give you an example, guys. How many times do you really, really, really disagree with your dad, but you just have to do it because your dad said?
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of those like realities. You're like, Rabbi, I just can't. Why can't you? Because my dad said no. I just can't. Right. So the best way that I could summarize the bike thing is, you know why? Because my dad said no. You know. That's right, dad. And there's the dad. Joe, we got the boys steiging, Joe.
You got the boys what?
Steiging.
Steiging.
No.
You know, steiging.
Rabbi, it's not like the worst thing in the world to ride a bike.
Some weird reason.
It's not the worst thing in the world to ride a bike, but we need to keep the halacha. No bikes on Shabbat. That's the rule.
What if, Rabbi, hypothetically, what if I wanted to ride? What if I wanted to ride a swivel chair?
You want to ride where?
What if I want to ride a swivel chair?
You could ride a swivel chair. Go ride a swivel chair to their house.
Yeah,
do it. I would love to see it. No
the problem
problem.
is Norwood's a little uphill.
Rabbi, I would do it there.
You're right, Azar. That's your only problem. Right. That's
Yes, that is my only problem right now.
that's your only problem with riding the swivel chair is uphill. Right. I got it. You got it. All right, boys. This was great. I'll let you guys go. I know you have the meeting. I love this class. We will see you guys next week. All right.